This is a story time about how Kathleen Caronna was living out the plot of the movie Final Destination in real life. In a previous video, I told you about how Kathleen Caronna was involved in a freak accident at the 1997 Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. But that's not the only freak accident that nearly killed Kathleen. Picture this. The year is 2006, and Kathleen is driving home minutes from her apartment. And right before she arrives, a plane crashes right into her apartment window. Inside the plane was New York Yankees pitcher Cory Lidle and his flight instructor. They crashed directly into Kathleen's apartment, and the engine from the plane landed in her bedroom. Kathleen arrived right after the crash. If you've ever heard of the burnt toast theory, where a minor inconvenience could steer you away from a potentially worse fate, this could be an example of that. Any little bit of New York City traffic that Kathleen could have hit on the way to that apartment could have saved her from another freak accident that could have resulted in her death. At least a dozen of Kathleen's neighbors had injuries and severe burns. We need Netflix, we need Hulu, we need Lifetime, we need someone to make a documentary about Kathleen Caronna and how she escaped death twice in two totally freak accidents in New York City. Her son, that was 9 at the time when the plane crashed, also wasn't in the apartment. And that was the same child she was holding in her arms at the parade that she passed off to someone else right before the lamppost hit her in the head. He also was living out Final Destination. These two people cheated death twice. Many newspapers reached out to Kathleen after the plane crash, and she never made a statement. So I don't know if she'd be willing to be part of a documentary, but if they did one, I would watch it.